Hi guys, my name is Sarah Can, and this is my physical education newsletter. For the book that I chose Oh, the Things You Can Do That Are Good for You. The reason I chose this book as my children's book is because I found it to be a classic and it introduces physical education at a young age. This book was published in 2001, but it still holds its values within it. It teaches children about physical education. It promotes exercise. It talks about good hygiene and healthy living. It talks about the importance of sleep and having a positive body image. I feel like it's important to introduce this book to children at a young age because children are often unaware of the benefits that certain aspects take on our life. Like if a child gets a full night of sleep, then they'll be doing better in school. Or if a child has good hygiene, then they're going to feel better. Or if they have having a positive body image is really important, and it's extremely a difficult thing sometimes because people put themselves down at such a young age even. A little bit more detail behind this book. This book is about the Cat in the Hat, and it's a talk. He's teaching the kids in the book about fun ways to include physical activity and to increase their activity throughout their days. Plus, it provides 8 kid-friendly health recipes for parents prepare if they are hungry, and it's supporting the Common Core standards. And many people find this book to be beneficial. As I was reading online, it talked about how this book is great to introduce to kindergartners and even to the older group because it goes back to the basics behind all these aspects we use inside the classroom or use inside PE classrooms. As we go on with the newsletter, I'm going to be talking about choosemyplate.gov. I really like this website. I feel like this website was designed, and it is designed to educate children or even adults on how to make smart eating habits. I personally like this website a lot, and I feel like it's really beneficial to use inside the classroom. It teaches kids the food groups and the different sections and the different portions that are necessary to have in their daily nutritional life. And this website is great because it allows that like this website will measure out the right intake that children should be eating. And it's easier for parents who do not have time to make the efficient meal for their child, then they're able to use this website and they're able to benefit from it a lot. I personally like this website more than Shape My America. Shape America is a website dedicated to making sure children are living healthy lifestyles and an active lifestyle. Um, it's dedicated to specializing and supporting children to live a healthy lifestyle, specifically in physical education, recreation, and dance. In previous classes, I have used Choose My Plate in my nutrition classes, and I actually have never used Shape America, but I felt like Choose My Plate was a lot easier for me to navigate versus Shape America was a little bit confusing on my end, but I found them both to be great websites that should be included inside the classroom. And it really does teach children about portions and about like physical education and the importance behind it. And I found these websites to just be great overall. And I do like them. And in my future, as a future educator, I would use these websites in my classrooms to teach children about nutrition and all that fun stuff. So, for my 2 articles that I picked, the first one that I chose was titled "The Benefits of Physical Activity in Schools." So, this article identifies how brain development and academics are changed when physical activities are involved in school. It's important for children to stay fit and staying active. It raises their endorphins and allows them to view schoolwork and challenge them more in all of their academics in their schools. Physical education challenges them and allows them to overcome obstacles that they struggle with. According to this article, it identifies that the academic achievements with children who are physically fit, they are more likely to break down research and their own physical education, which will help them developmentally and how staying fit should be a lifelong goal. This article digs deeper in staying active and it provides information on how students should join sports and they are active, they are more likely to stay active in their future, and which can prevent diseases such as heart disease, strokes, diabetes, and other health problems. I personally I personally found this article to be interesting, but I found my second article, which I found, which was from the New York Times, to be much more of a topic that I've never really learned about, and I feel like I have been able to learn more about this in this class particularly. So the next article is titled it's titled Gym Class Isn't Just Fun and Games Anymore. So this article really caught my eye because I really didn't understand the title. I didn't understand why they would title that, so I clicked on it. And it provided a lot of information because it was from New York Times. It was a pretty lengthy article, but it describes how um, sorry, it talks about how students are extremely important and it's extremely empowering about physical education and the effect it takes on children. So this article introduced a PE teacher, and their main focus on physical education is not simply being a teacher at first, but it's the teaching methods behind it. So this PE teacher explains that pushing academics into PE will defeat the main purpose of physical education, and other teachers and other students are saying that they are worried about being picked last for sports and how they won't have an advantage. But by incorporating physical education with academics, it's allowing the teacher to take their teaching and put it inside of the physical education. And certain schools are actually putting vocabulary words on the walls during PE tests. They're having Newton Law quizzes on food groups, etc., and all that fun stuff, and how teachers are becoming more of an asset and how they can include PE inside the classroom, inside the regular classroom. They can include PE in English, and someone who's being taught from a school viewpoint may be able to succeed more on the physical education end. So, but if we take it from the other viewpoint, that if we take away the fun in PE and we start giving kids like homework inside PE, then it's going to take away the purpose of physical education. So the article went into detail how people enjoy PE, like kids enjoy learning how to build good relationships and building good teams and being able to build that team bond and learning how to be a good goalie. Well, they can't learn that if they are simply just doing what they do inside the classroom. And children need that sense of belonging and need that sense of building and need that sense to build things together. So, in my opinion, I feel like if we take both of these viewpoints and still incorporate them together, then we are able to overcome this struggle that say if teachers do want to incorporate learning vocab words or learning food groups that it's possible, but we can take away the learning how to build teams and learning how to be a good goalie and learning how to do all the things that you learned in physical education throughout your whole life. Another issue may be that assigning homework to PE is just busy work for students and they're not going to be successful with that. Children like to go to PE, in my opinion, because they like to let go of all their energy and all their stress and not worry about being the best in the classroom or being the smartest. And they want to be able to build that relationship. And the important part of being a child is expressing your physical education. I feel like children are should be able to benefit and find those benefits themselves and be able to pick their own wants and needs and what they want to do. And every child needs an outlet and should be given that choice, and they should be able to let go of their stress. So, overall, those are my two articles that I found. I felt like I was able to learn a lot more, and I felt like if this was incorporated in the classroom, students will be able to learn a lot more. So, this was my physical education newsletter. and thank you so much for listening.